Welcome to Compassion Camp, friends. We've had a great first day, and if you're just now joining us, we're talking about what it means to be compassionate and to gather together at the table. When we think about compassion, we think about compassion doing three things. Compassion sees, compassion feels, and compassion helps. The beginning of compassion is seeing, and we can see people at our tables. It's so important to invite people to our tables, and there's so many different kinds of tables. There's dinner tables, desks, tables in our school cafeterias, tables where we work, and at these tables we get to see people and hear their stories. And when we do that, we can learn about them and we can learn about their feelings, and that helps us be compassionate. So our Bible story today is the story of the prodigal son. And when you hear this story, I want you to think about all of the feelings that you hear. And I want you to think about how those people felt and if you've ever felt that way. So let's get started. It's the story of the prodigal son. There once was a man who had two sons. The younger brother greedily demanded his inheritance, turned his back on his family, and left them for a faraway country. He wasted all the money he took from his family. Soon he became needy and hungry. Even though he felt ashamed, he decided to return home, hoping his father might welcome him back. When his father saw him, he was filled with compassion. He ran out to his son and threw his arms around him. He was so happy he was alive. The father got a big dinner together with the best food and drink to give thanks for his son's safe return. Meanwhile, the older brother came in from the fields, tired from working hard all day. When he heard the music and dancing, he became very angry and refused to go in. His father went to the older brother to persuade him to come, but he said, "I've listened to you and worked hard for you all these years, and you've never given me a party. My brother comes home after wasting all his money, and you throw him a huge party." His father said to him, "Son, I love you. You know what is mine is yours. People matter more than possessions. We thought we lost your brother from our family, but he's home. Come to the table and celebrate with us." There's lots of emotions in that story. I think about how the father must have felt when his first son left home. Sad, disappointed, and maybe a little bit betrayed. I think about how the son felt when he had to come home and ask his father to take him back, and how he must have felt embarrassed or ashamed. And I think about the older brother who got left out of the party. And I'm sure that he felt sad and left out too. And we all have these types of emotions. But what I like to remember is that at the end of the story, the father reminded the son, the older son, that both of his sons are loved no matter what, and they are all welcome at the table. When we listen to these types of stories, we learn from all of these feelings. And it's one way that we learn compassion. We see, we listen, and we recognize what people are feeling. And this helps us to feel their joy when they're joyful, and also feel their hurt when they're hurt. Sometimes it takes a little bit of imagination on our part because stories might not always tell us directly what people are feeling. So it's important that we can see each other and try to take a guess about how they might be feeling. For example, we might focus on the younger brother and father, but the older brother had something to show us too. Compassion helps us see how every human being is important and loved by God. So I hope you get to take a look at some of the other activities we have for today. Remember to see each other and welcome one another to the table. And I'll see you next time.